Welcome everybody to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Thanks for joining us today. I'm your host Jeremy Krug, and we're on the campus of West Kentucky Community and Technical College in Paducah with two teams who've made it to the semifinals of the 2023 Academic Bowl. They'll be playing a game of quick recall where two teams from across the region will compete to share a total of $10,000 in scholarship cash. On today's show, it's McCracken County High School taking on Fulton County High School. Let's meet our contestants. We'll start with McCracken County. First, we have Eden Bridge Hayes. She likes to play the flute. Next, we have Ethan Brown, who is in the theater. Next, we have Owen Cody, who is the captain of the team today. He plays the piano and the organ and the alto sax. Next to Owen, we have Garrett Greenwell. He likes to play the drums. McCracken County's team is coached by Tammy Bohannon. On the opposing team, we have Fulton County High School. First, playing for Fulton County, we have Miley Sims, who likes to do some bass fishing on her free time. Next to Miley, we have Jackson Major, who's into trap shooting. Next, the captain of Fulton County's team is Damon Schmidt. He's in the National Guard. And finally, we have Hannah Varden, who plays the violin. And Fulton County is coached by John Paetzel. Well, we're going to go ahead and play the first half. I'm going to ask 30 questions. When you answer a toss-up question correctly, you'll earn the right to the first shot at the bonus question. If both teams are ready, we'll go ahead and start with a toss-up question. Here's toss-up 1. Y varies directly with x. Y equals 18 when x equals 3. Find y when x equals 4. McCracken, Garrett.
24.
That's correct. Here's your bonus, 2. This word is defined as, quote, revolt or rebellion against constituted authority, especially by sailors against their officers. What is this word which in the titles of a novel and film appears before the phrase on the bounty?
Mutiny.
That is correct. Toss-up 3. This benchmark is considered a fundamental constant of nature. In physics, the term celeritas is used to represent this value, which is Latin for swiftness. You would be going faster than this benchmark if you were traveling at 300 million meters per second. McCracken, Garrett.
The speed of light.
That is correct. It's the speed of light. McCracken, here's your bonus 4. These features of a topographic map never cross one another. When they appear close together, they represent a steep hillside. What do we call these lines that indicate the land's elevation?
Contour lines.
That's correct. Toss-up 5. Among this musical's characters are siblings Gretel, Marta, Brigitta, Kurt, Louisa, Friedrich, and Liesel. They publicly performed the McCracken Owen.
The Sound of Music.
That's correct. Sound of Music. Here's your bonus 6. This two-word concept includes emissions from fossil fuel combustion and other greenhouse gases. What is this two-word term for the amount of carbon dioxide emissions associated with all the activities of a person or other entity?
Yes. Carbon footprint.
That's correct. Toss-up 7. This musical was adapted into an Oscar-winning film starring Rex Harrison and Audrey Hepburn. McCracken Owen.
My Fair Lady.
That's correct. Here's your bonus, McCracken, number 8. The supporters of the Bill of Rights included this one due to the way people had been forced to house British soldiers. Unlike most amendments in the Bill of Rights, this amendment has seldom been invoked, which amendment limits the quartering of soldiers in private homes to only wartime and then only as prescribed by law.
Third Amendment.
That's correct. Toss-up 9. Multiply the following binomials and give your answer in simplest form. X minus 3 and x plus 2. McCracken, Garrett.
X squared minus x plus 6.
That's incorrect. Fulton County, Jackson.
X squared minus x minus 6.
That is correct. Fulton County, here's your bonus, number 10. Multiple answer, please. These twins supposedly agree to battle each other over a broken rattle. Their fight never happens because a large crow swoops down and frightens them. Who are these nursery rhyme characters who make an appearance in Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
That is correct. Point for Fulton County. Next toss-up, number 11. The area of a rectangular porch is 152 square units. If the length of the porch is 8 units, what is the width of the porch in units? McCracken, Garrett.
19.
That is correct. McCracken, here's your bonus, 12. This novel's characters include Asa Hawks, who feigns blindness, and Enoch Emery, who worships a museum mummy. Hoover Schultz founds the Holy Church of Christ Without Christ, while Hazel Motes becomes an itinerant anti-religion preacher in Tennessee. Identify the first novel by Flannery O'Connor.
Good country people.
A Disney Eden.
Good country people.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Fulton County, can you steal?
No idea.
The answer is Wise Blood. Toss-up 13. The EPR paradox deals with the compatibility of this phenomenon and local realism. It is responsible for Einstein's spooky action at a distance. What is this term for the influence that two particles can exert on one another, even if they are not spatially together? That's time. The answer is quantum entanglement. Toss-up 14. Mentored by Lester Horton, this man danced in several Broadway shows, including Jamaica and House of Flowers, and his early choreographed works include Cinco Latinos and Three for Now. Roots of the Blues explores his Southern upbringing, while Creation of the World tells the story of Adam and Eve, though his most famous piece was inspired by African-American spirituals and gospel songs. Name this choreographer of Revelations and founder of his namesake American dance, McCracken Owen.
Alvin Ailey.
That is correct. It was Alvin Ailey. Your bonus, McCracken, number 15. Given that log base x of A is 1.5 and log base x of B is 12, find log base A of B.
I'm not going to get it. No answer.
That's incorrect. Fulton County.
No answer.
The answer is 8. 8. Toss-up 16. Located in Summit County, some 30 miles southeast of Salt Lake City, this Utah city experienced an economic boom during the 1950s as it was redeveloped as a destination for winter sports enthusiasts. Give the name of this city, popular to tourists, particularly each January when it hosts Robert Redford's Sundance Film Festival. McCracken Owen.
Provo.
Incorrect. Fulton County, would you like to buzz? That's time. The answer is Park City, Utah. Toss-up 17. Identify the indirect object in the following sentence. Gertrude gave the kitten a saucer of milk. On McCracken Eden.
Kitten.
That is correct. It was kitten. Here's your bonus, 18. This legal body is either grand or trial. It is hung if the members can't agree on a verdict. Give the word for a group of people who decide if a defendant in a criminal trial is guilty or not guilty.
Jury.
That's correct. Toss up 19. Two-word answer, please. This form of asexual reproduction occurs in most prokaryotes and in some unicellular eukaryotes. During it, a cell copies its DNA before splitting down the middle. McCracken Owen.
Binary fission.
That's correct. Here's your bonus, 20. This man choreographed the Disney film Newsies, which inspired the 2012 Broadway musical of the same name. He also choreographed numerous Michael Jackson concerts, including the singer's final world tour and the shows featured in the documentary This Is It. Who is this man who also choreographed and directed all 3 High School Musical films?
No answer.
Fulton County, would you like to answer?
No answer.
The answer is Kenny Ortega, and we'll go ahead and check the score. We have a score on the board of McCracken County 13, Fulton County 2. Let's move on to toss-up 21. Let x equal 6. Evaluate the following expression, 10 plus 3x divided by 2. McCracken Garrett.
No answer.
That's incorrect. Fulton County Jackson.
14.
No, the answer is 19. Toss-up 22. This city was built around 1325 on a group of islands in Lake Texcoco. By 15, McCracken Owen.
Tenoctitlan.
That is correct. Here's your bonus, 23. Spelled one way, it is an Arabic word for a family's or tribe's chief. Spelled another way, it is a French synonym for stylish or fashionable. Give those words shared pronunciation.
Think of like Muslim emperor names, like what they call them. Gauche.
That's incorrect. Fulton County?
No answer.
The answer is chic. Chic and chic. Toss up 24. Parts of this specialized plant tissue include sieve tubes and transfer cells. It transports sugary sap, a plant's food source, from the leaves to the rest of the plant. Name this counter, McCracken Garrett.
Phloem.
That is correct. It is phloem. Your bonus, number 24. Or 25, rather. Multiple answers required. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, are named after 4 Italian Renaissance artists. In any order, name all 4 of them.
Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael. That's my jam.
Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael.
That is correct. You got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Toss up 26. This Egyptian dynasty was made possible by the influx of Palestinian immigrants beginning around the 18th century BC. These immigrants had new technologies, including the horse and chariot, and improved metal weapons. Name this dynasty that ruled northern Egypt as the 15th dynasty before being expelled by the Egyptians. Fulton County, Jackson.
The Kush.
Incorrect. McCracken County, would you like to buzz? McCracken Ethan.
Hyksos.
It is Hyksos, that's correct. Your bonus 27. This artist chose cheerful subjects for Acrobat and Young Harlequin and the actor, which he painted during his Rose period. The co-creator of the collage, he dabbled in symbolism and surrealism before co-founding an art style with Georges Braque. Identify the painter of the old guitarist.
Picasso.
It is Picasso. Toss up 28. One word in this two-word Italian phrase is the name of a painting technique. The phrase itself is typically associated with dining. Give this descriptive phrase for McCracken Eden.
Al fresco.
It is correct, al fresco. Your bonus 29, McCracken. Della built a square dog run that has a perimeter of 160 feet. What, in square feet, is the area enclosed by this dog run?
1600.
I just need Garrett.
1600.
That is correct. And toss up 30. Advances in this scientific study were made possible by the invention of self-contained underwater breathing apparatuses or scuba diving gear. What do we call the scientific study of fishes? McCracken Owen.
Ichthyology.
It is ichthyology, and that's 30 questions. So we're at the end of the first half. We'll check the score here. It is McCracken County 21 and Fulton County 2. We're going to take a short break. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Welcome back to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. We're at the end of the first half of our semifinal match, and McCracken County leads Fulton County by a score of 21-2. Fulton County has made some substitutions, so we're going to go ahead and introduce their team. Starting out, we have Reese Hesters, who plays the flute. We also have Calix Colson, who's into creative writing. He's serving as the captain for this half. Next to Calix is Autumn Mitchell, who is the president of HOSA and also plays the trumpet. And next to Autumn, we have Jonathan Young, who plays the clarinet. Well, let's go ahead and get started with the second half. Teams, are you ready? All right, let's get started with toss-up 1. One depiction of this biblical figure was commissioned by the Medici family and constructed by the Italian sculptor Verrocchio. He was sculpted again in the contrapposto style in both marble and bronze by Donatello with the head of Goliath. McCracken Owen.
David.
That is correct. Here's your bonus 2. This novel's 2 sections are respectively titled The Biography of John Doe and The Confessions of Commander Ga. The title character is a model citizen and spy for North Korea. What is this Pulitzer winner written by Adam Johnson?
No answer.
That's incorrect. Fulton County? The answer is The Orphan Master's Son. Toss up 3. These particles are released with an antineutrino in beta decay and are said to be free. McCracken Garrett.
Positron.
Incorrect. I'll continue. These particles are released with an antineutrino in beta decay and are said to be free in the Drude model. These particles were discovered in cathode rays by J.J. Thomson. Name these negatively charged particles which carry current in conventional circuits and which occupy a cloud around the protons and neutrons within an atom. Fulton County, Calix.
Electrons.
It is electrons. Here's your bonus, Fulton. If the base 2 logarithm of x is 4.7, what is the base 2 logarithm of 8x?
No answer.
That's incorrect. McCracken County?
Doesn't need Garrett.
37.2.
Nope, that's incorrect. The answer is 7.7. Toss up 5. To calculate the geometric mean of 2 numbers, multiply those numbers together and take the square root of the product. What is the positive geometric mean of 4 and 16? McCracken Garrett.
8.
That's correct. Here's your bonus, 6. This human system services the body's cells by way of capillaries and venules. The former carries oxygen and nutrients. The latter removes waste. What is this system that conveys blood through vessels to and from all parts of the body?
Yes.
Cardiovascular system.
That is correct. Toss up 7. This contributor to the design of St. Peter's Basilica replaced an ancient gate with the Porta Pia. Pope Clement VII commissioned him to design the Laurentian Library in 1523. Identify this, McCracken Owen.
Bernini.
That's incorrect. I'll continue. Identify this contributor to the Palace of the Holy Office and a Capitoline Square. Now it's time. The answer is Michelangelo. Toss up 8. A spur of this main immigrant route branched off and led to the Great Salt Lake region of northern Utah. The main route stretched for over McCracken Owen.
Oregon Trail.
That's correct. Here's your bonus 9. This word follows string in the name of the most popular type of chamber music ensemble. It follows barbershop in the name of an a cappella singing group. What word means there are 4 musicians in a group?
Quartet.
It is quartet. Toss up 10. When this substance cools and solidifies, igneous rock results. Before it has reached the Earth's surface, it is known as magma. What, McCracken Garrett?
Lava.
It is lava. Here's your bonus, McCracken, number 11. Before it joined the United States, this area was ruled by King Kamehameha. It became the 50th state in 1959. Identify this chain of islands in the Pacific Ocean.
Hawaii.
It is Hawaii. And the score currently is McCracken County 28, Fulton County 3. Let's move on to toss up 12. A recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of molasses. How many teaspoons of molasses does the recipe, McCracken Garrett?
6.
It is 6. Here's your bonus. This poet attempted to reconcile her Nova Scotia and New England childhood with her Brazilian adulthood in questions of travel. Among her most famous poems are Crusoe in England, In the Waiting Room, and the Villanelle One Art. Named this one-time poet laureate who earned a Pulitzer for poems North and South.
Bishop.
It doesn't need Eden.
Bishop.
It is Bishop. Toss up 14. This ballroom dance combined elements of the milonga and flamenco. It can be in 2/4, 4/4, or 4/8 time, and while it spread to Europe and the U.S., it originated in South America. Name this dance with origins in Uruguay and especially Argentina. McCracken Owen.
Tango.
It is the tango. Here's your bonus, McCracken 15. 3 quadrilaterals, the square, rectangle, and rhombus also fall into this category. Its opposite angles are equal in measure, and its opposite sides are equal in length. What quadrilateral gets its name because its opposite sides are parallel?
Parallelogram.
Parallelogram.
That's correct. Toss up 16. This weather phenomenon consists of tiny ice crystals that form when water vapor freezes without passing into a liquid phase. As they can spell disaster for crops, farmers time their growing seasons around spring and fall ones. Identify this phenomenon, which is the reason lawns and roofs have a thin white coating on cold mornings. McCracken Garrett.
Frost.
It is frost. Here's your bonus, 17. This writer, map maker, and explorer mapped most of the coast of New England. His leadership was largely responsible for the success of the first British colony in America. Name this man who is said to have been rescued by Pocahontas.
John Smith.
That is correct. Toss up 18. This nutrient is made of amino acids. Antibodies and enzymes are examples of this organic molecule. What, with fats and carbohydrates, is one of McCracken Garrett?
Protein.
It is protein. Here's your bonus, 19. This triple star system includes the closest star to our own sun. The brightest of the 3 resembles our sun, while the dimmest is a red dwarf star. By what name is this star system known?
Local group.
Local group.
That's incorrect. Fulton County.
No answer.
The answer is Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri. Toss up 20. Until 2013, he was known as Jorge Mario Bergoglio. In that year, this Argentinian became the first South American, McCracken Owen.
Pope Francis.
That is correct. It's Pope Francis. Your bonus, McCracken, number 21. This poet collected some of his verse in Everything on It and Don't Bump the Glump. He was also responsible for Johnny Cash's hit song, A Boy Named Sue. Name the poet of Falling Up, A Light in the Attic, and Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Shel Silverstein.
That's correct.
I knew that.
Here at the end of 21 questions, we have a score from McCracken County 37, Fulton County 3. Toss up 22. These major places of learning evolved from medieval schools that were open to students from all parts of Europe. The first true example of these schools was founded in the 11th century as a school of canon and civil law. What do we call colleges that are a collection of different schools under one authority, such as the ones in Lexington, Pikeville, Murray, and Richmond, Kentucky? McCracken Ethan.
University.
That is correct. Bonus 23 to McCracken. The hypotenuse, of a 30, 60, 90 degree triangle measures 70 millimeters. What is the length in millimeters of this triangle's longer leg?
I got it.
Disney Garrett.
35, radical 3.
That is correct. Toss up 24. Volunteers made 100 gallons of lemonade for the Academic Bowl Victory Luncheon. The Scouts drank 87.5 gallons of the lemonade. As a mixed number, how many gallons of lemonade were left? McCracken Garrett.
12 and a half.
That is correct. Here's your bonus, 25. This term identified a great majority of people during the age of feudalism. Such a person would be bound to an estate in a condition of servitude. Give this term for the kind of person who made up the lowest rung of the class order in this age.
Serf.
I think that is correct. That is correct. Here's your bonus. Here's your toss-up, rather, number 26. This rapid whirling dance, performed in 6/8 time, is akin to the saltarello. It takes its name from a southern Italian town near Naples. McCracken Owen.
Tarantella.
That is correct, Tarantella. Here's your bonus, McCracken, number 27. This group includes the Tasmanian devil and the wombat. Many of the species are native to Australia. What do we call the species that include the koala, wallabies, and kangaroos?
Marsupial.
That is marsupials. Toss-up 28. This group portrait is titled for a relative of the whippoorwill, or for someone who habitually stays up late. It depicts 4 isolated people in a brightly lit New York diner. What is, McCracken Ethan?
Nighthawks.
It is Nighthawks. Here's your bonus, 29, McCracken. What is the positive value of x if x squared equals 144?
12.
That is correct. And toss-up question, number 30, the last one of this match. This bird's brown, white, gray, and black markings look like the bark of a tree, providing camouflage. Its loosely packed feathers make it almost silent when it flies. Identify this bird whose excellent hearing and McCracken Ethan.
Owl.
It is the owl, and that is the end of this match. We'll check the score here. It looks like at the end of our match, we have the final score of McCracken County 46, Fulton County 3. So congratulations to McCracken County. You have defeated Fulton County. That means that you're going to advance to the finals, the championship match of this year's West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Now, Fulton County, you may not have won this one, but you do win your district, and so that means that you're going to go home today with $1,000 in scholarship cash. So congratulations for making it to the semifinals of this match. Well, once again, thank you all for joining us on West Kentucky Academic Bowl. We'll see you next time.